Yeah. What's happening?
What's the word, nigga?
Shit. Same
Over
old,
here,
same old. You know how it is, nigga.
over here drinking this Hennessy, trying not to go blind.
Try not to go blind.
Yeah, you know, this Hennessy will make you blind. You know, last time I drank this, I went to jail, so, you know.
Oh, I forgot it's still early over there.
Yeah. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Nigga, let's get into this Drake, nigga.
Hey, man, what's the deal, though? Let me greet you first, brother. It's been a minute. You know, we took a little hiatus, but we on some other shit right now. Hey, let me start by asking you, how you been, my brother?
You already know, man. Chilling, and more chilling.
That's what's up. Hey, man.
You know, finally got to enjoy a little bit of the fruits of my labor.
Yeah,
a little bit.
It's been a good little spring summer, like a good little vacation we went on, man. We made a lot of money last season, so you know, it was good to take that little break and just chill out, vacation, chill with the family, and get ready to gear up for the next season. But you know, we not on that business today. We on some other shit. You know, we felt like it was pressing.
Yeah, you know, and whose better opinion than ours?
For sure.
On some music shit. You know
For sure.
What I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Boy, Drizzy Drake.
Boo! No, I'm only playing. I'm only playing.
Oh shit! Well, I mean, according to the public, that's what everybody been doing, booing his shit.
I mean, I'll start off by saying this. As we got it playing so truly in the background.
You heard that?
I heard it. I kind of was expecting a rap album. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's where my disappointment, you know, laid. I really was hyped. I was excited. The Warriors, they just won the championship. Shout out to my nigga MDavis, who predicted that in the beginning of the season on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
You know, y'all can run that back, but I'm thinking it was gonna be on some rap shit. He was gonna come with some bars, and this nigga came with like a pop album. Like
somebody said he came out with an album niggas listen to that song South Beach and Thong Underwear.
No, but the crazy part is I listened to it like the first night I listened to it. I pressed play hype for the first song, and then when I heard where it was going, I'm like, oh man, it sounds like this about to be some bullshit. So the first time I listened to it, I really just skimmed through it. I listened to like the first 30 seconds of every song and got to the last one with 21 Savage. Listening to that, that's my shit. But I wrote it off. But I said, you know what? When we decided that we was going to review the album, I decided let me give it a fair listen. So I went in the gym and I really like listened to the joint. And not for nothing, when you listen to it, it's not a bad album, but it's nothing that I would be banging myself. Like I kind of get it, I guess, in the sense of what he was trying to do with it.
Yeah.
But it's not what, and I guess I look at it from this standpoint too. We used to Drake one way, and now that he's going another way, maybe it's not for us that he's trying to cater to. So that's kind of what I took from the album, you know.
He for sure goddamn it try to cater it up. He like, I didn't give you niggas so much. I mean, he even said that in his the little dedication on the album that, you know, he was tired of, you know, catering to niggas, and that he was gonna do what he wanted to do, and this was a project that, you know, he wanted to get off. And not for nothing, I like the album. I get what he was trying to do. I get where he was going with it. I know he didn't make it for niggas for the hip hop basis or general audience. So if you take that out of perspective, and you with your girl, y'all niggas on the beach or y'all out at a club vibing, I mean, I still probably wouldn't be dancing to it, but it can
it's giving you a vibe.
Yeah, it can give me a vibe and give me a good heavy head nod, and you know, depending on the situation, I can get into it, but it ain't for me.
Yeah. That's where it stops for me. Like I'm not Like it was like somebody said to me, it reminded them of passion fruit. Passion fruit's my shit.
Oh
It
yeah,
didn't give me passion fruit, but I get where he was going with that. And take into consideration of this, Universal just gave this nigga $400 million, so he has to do different shit at this point. Like, there's no way he can just keep rapping. I know when he sat down with the big wigs at Universal and they gave him that check, which is a hefty fucking check, it had to be a discussion that we understand that you're like a pop star going into that realm, so we need you to really widen your palette when you're making your music. You just can't keep making music for niggas. Like, that ain't gonna work like that. So I took that into consideration too, myself.
I disagree with that. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think them labels told that nigga he had to do anything. I think this was 100% Drizzy, and I think this is something he been wanting to do. And if you think about it, he's teased it on a bunch of albums.
But you don't. All right, let's not say that the label has told him he had to do it. But you don't think that him taking that $400 million check and being the mind that he was in the mind state to say, you know what, I'm gonna have to switch it up to double this money. Like, there's no way I'm gonna just keep rapping like I've been rapping and double this money. Turn this 4 into 8, or turn this 4 into 16.
No, I think Drake gonna do what Drake gonna do. I don't think it was never. To be honest, I think it was more pressure on him to keep coming with some fire hip hop shit.
Yeah,
and more bars and song concepts. I feel like that is more pressure than him dropping this. This shit seemed, other than me thinking it was a little rushed, and it really wasn't supposed to drop when it dropped. But Beyonce around the corner, so niggas gotta do what they gotta do. But other than that, like, I feel like the rollout wasn't what they wanted. But this album, I feel like, was Drake all the way.
From what I hear too, as far as charting, it's supposed to be like the biggest pop album in or Apple Music history or some shit like that. Like, he really broke. From what I hear, he broke some records with this show.
Oh, he gonna break some more too. He gonna break some more.
Yeah, I hear he broke some records with this joint. But and then it comes the other part where it's like a grain of salt. Let me ask you your opinion on this. Like, I heard the Beyonce song too, and not for nothing. Beyonce's Beyonce, Drake is Drake. Irv Gotti, friend of the show, said some real shit in that little TMZ clip. He said that, like, this boy can really just do whatever he wants. Do you feel like that plays a part now in the way that these guys put out music? Because it's like, I'm not saying that his body of work is trash at all. It was cool. Like, I'm not gonna say I liked it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say it's trash. Mm-hmm. But do you feel like, because it's called Honestly Nevermind, and I feel like maybe he was sitting on them records for a minute. I could be wrong, but I feel like because his name is his name, he can kind of just throw out what he wants. And people are going to consume it, because even the way that we consume music now is very different, as opposed to people making hits when they first come out, or TikTok hits, I'm gonna call them. Mm-hmm. And people kind of buying into the fad of what it is. I feel like because it's Drake, you got people that's just going to fuck with it. Do you feel like that plays a part into him dropping that album or rushing it out the way he did? Do you feel like he took his time with this? Because I don't feel like he took his time with this at all.
I feel like I said, I feel like this was a project he wanted to do. I feel like it got rushed because, and it's just my opinion, Beyonce coming. Yeah. So I feel like he wanted to drop this next month, around, 4th of July or whatever the case, just July, super summer vibes. Yeah. And, Beyonce said she was coming in July, and that shit shakes shit up. Yeah. Then he drops the album, and then right after that, she drops her little vibe. So, I don't think it was rushed. I don't.
I don't know. It sounds like rush music to me, but what do I know?
But
at the end of the day, it is what it is.
You got to look at it like this too. What do you know about that type of music?
True.
Because I don't
Absolutely,
know.
Because I don't know shit about it.
Exactly.
I totally could identify that none of those songs were made for my ears, at all. I feel like that's just a whole different audience he was catering to when he made that album.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about the niggas. I mean, he didn't give us so much, and to us to be the consumer, we low key spoiled. Like we're spoiled, and now how the music industry is Nigga, an album drop, we listen to it 1 week, the next week something else come
We
out.
on
Like,
some other shit.
yeah, like
Absolutely.
think of how quick niggas consume Kendrick's album, and nobody.
And we not even thinking about it right now.
And it ain't even been 2 months.
And it's crazy. I was having a conversation with somebody about this, about how we used to consume music. Like for example, let's use I'm gonna use an album like It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Like when It's Dark as Hell and Hot, when It's Dark and Hell is Hot dropped, you had or no, let's go a little further back. Let's use Ready to Die. Ready to Die, you had Juicy, that dropped first. Then you had Big Papa that dropped after that. And you had Warning that dropped. But it wasn't like these joints dropped like 1 week, the next week, and the next week. It was like months between. Yeah. So these songs like really like kept the album selling for like basically the whole year, as opposed to now when we consume music. It's literally soon we just press a button on the phone and listen to it. But it's so much shit that drops back to back that we just pressing buttons all week long, to your point. So
yeah,
absolutely, the way we consume music now is very different. But it's just hard to see how these guys can be relevant and make money in a climate, but they seem to do it some type of way. That's why it's weird to hear about Drake getting that Cash Money deal where they give him $400 million. It's like for what? Like, why did you give him $400 million? But obviously the motherfucker's an earner. Like you said, this album dropped. We didn't necessarily relate to it, but already smashed the Apple Music records first week out.
And this was, mind you, this was a surprise album. Like,
absolutely, we knew it was coming out that day.
Yeah, so for it to do what it did, and honestly, it's a trickle down effect to me. One motherfucker says trash, the next 5 motherfuckers that says trash didn't even hear it. They just heard it was trash, so they gonna say it's trash. Then 10 motherfuckers gonna say it, but that album ain't trash. It just ain't. It ain't what we fuck with.
It ain't trash.
Just like I say, nigga, them Eagles jerseys is trash. Those jerseys ain't trash. I'm just from the West Coast and from Vegas, so we don't fuck. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like, but you ask 9 out of 10 chicks gonna say they fuck with the album, unless they hang out the sunroofs of the Altimas and listen to "Fuck Nigga Free" on repeat. And be clear, hang out of the sill in the Altima. So if you listen to FNF and you ain't in the Altima, this don't correlate to you. So relax.
This don't relate to you. Just be easy.
Yeah, or you listen to, or you think City Girls got bars if you a chick that don't like that Drake album. Because that's who he was going to. He was targeting the overseas audience. His
and we gotta understand the world is a lot bigger than us, and that's what we don't get sometimes. That motherfuckers over in London is rocking this joint crazy, in Africa. Like Drake is going worldwide, and people forget he's from Canada. He's not even from here, so he understands.
Toronto has one of the the biggest dance cultures in the country.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They don't fuck around.
They forget this nigga live in Canada. He don't live here. He lives in Canada. He lives across the border. So he trying to be like Diplo. Like he trying to be on that level, like worldwide type shit. So
and if you really think about it, Drake's the only motherfucker that could rap circles around you, and then pull off a R&B album, and now pull off a dance album.
True, absolutely.
Like, what other artists do we know that could do this shit? That's like cracking, not nobody that ain't cracking, like cracking.
I can't think of nobody. Like the only other person that's cracking like him is Beyonce, and all Beyonce do is sing.
Yeah, and Beyonce can't rap.
Yeah,
see what I'm
saying? Rap. Yeah, absolutely.
Kendrick can't do this.
All Kendrick doing is rapping. All Cole doing is rapping.
Yeah, if you name all the big dogs, none of them can do what Drake does.
Yeah.
And not only that, Drake's dance album finna outsell all of that shit, which is crazy.
Wow, that nigga really is the biggest star.
And then the fucked up part, be prepared, because he gonna listen to all this shit talking, and then he probably already got another album ready, like in the tuck. But probably got another.
But speaking of rap, let's get into the one rap song that was on the album. him and 21 Savage. Now, what did you think of that record?
Jimmy Cooks. I felt
Yeah.
like that. I felt like that boy 21 was cooking on that motherfucker.
Listen. That nigga said spin the block twice like it ain't nowhere to park. Once he said that, I cut the song off. I said I don't even need to hear no more of this.
Yeah, 20. You know what's funny? 21 been on fire lately. It almost seemed like 21 knew it wasn't gonna be no hip hop on that bitch.
Yeah.
So he flamed that motherfucker up and then like dropped the mic.
Yeah, like 21 really was on some shit. Like 21, one of my favorite rappers of the new cats. Definitely. So when I saw him as a feature, I was like, yeah, this joint gotta be crazy. That nigga said spin the block twice like it ain't nowhere to park. Yeah, no, 21 on some other shit. That definitely, I'll say this. Like I gave Drake 10 out of 10 just because of that record for this album. Like just that record alone kind of satisfied what I was looking for, even though it was one single and I was looking for a whole album. That collab with 21 was worth it for me.
Yeah, 21 did his thing on that one.
He did.
21,
he killed that.
All of 21's latest features been on point.
That fire.
If that nigga can keep up that energy for his project, might be on to something. And that's actually my favorite track on there too.
He might overtake NBA YoungBoy the king. Well, NBA YoungBoy the king of Utah right now. Shout out to CJ, but
shit, NBA YoungBoy the king of all that young nigga rap. If you ask me,
he definitely is. But that's another story for another day and another review.
But what else? What's the single they said they're going with? Green. What the fuck they say? What's the one joint where they talking about? Let me see. Sticky.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the single.
Wait. Did you see the video? The video for the joint with Tristan Thompson? He married all like 50 chicks. You saw that?
No, I ain't peeped the video yet.
I ain't see it either. I just saw the still shots. But even just that, is Drake be knowing what he be doing? I feel like Drake be channeling his inner Michael Jackson. No, he could never be bigger, but at the same time, he be in his bag.
He be on his shit, very strategic.
He be in his bag. Drake be in his bag.
Real strategic. Sure. What you think of the nigga braids and shit? He got the little, I don't know what the fuck he got on the back of them motherfuckers. Look like them shits your grandma used to put on your sister hair back in the day. Remember those I kind
of felt like he was on his Jay-Z joint and got a lace front, but I don't know. I don't know. Them joints just came out of nowhere. They look like a lace front, but I'm gonna let Drake live. It is what it is.
How you feel about everybody saying that he trying to chime off the Chicago house, Baltimore club, Jersey club, and Philly club scenes?
Well, I mean, people are always going to say that when you pop and they're going to be like you a biter or you trying to jack this style or jack that style. But at the end of the day, don't all these artists take influence from everywhere and everybody? Like, don't nobody just make no shit up for real. So it all come from somewhere. So I don't really knock them for that shit. It is what it is. Like we know. I mean, this one thing I will tip my hat to Drake to. I mean, shout out to my nigga Meek, but when Meek was clowning him for collabing and having the boy Quentin Miller writing stuff for him and blah, blah, blah. But isn't that what makes the best music when you collaborate? Like Drake figured that out early. So, and I feel like the proof is in the pudding. He's sitting at the top of the game for that reason. Like for the reason that he's open to doing what these niggas is too real to do. That's why he's on top of it. And I feel like at the end of the day, ain't that what we get in the shit for, to be the biggest? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the shit with Pusha T. I fuck with Pusha T. I love Pusha T to death. But we talking about apples and oranges. Pusha T got bars, but like in real life, he don't compare to Drake. Like you can't put the two in the same solar system for real. So I'm not mad at him if he... You got to take what the people want. It's entertainment at the end of the day. So I don't knock him for it.
And let's be clear, there has been other rappers that have done, dance albums.
Absolutely.
But of course, Drake is gonna get more attention. I think Vince Staples did it. Kid Cudi then had a bunch of dance influence fucking tracks. A bunch of motherfuckers then did it, but Drake is Drake is Drake, so niggas gonna pay attention. It's gonna do the numbers. It's gonna cause controversy. He already knew it was gonna cause controversy. He knew motherfuckers was gonna have an opinion on it, but that's why he put that in the liner notes. Like, I don't give a fuck. This from my boy Virgil.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all niggas. This ain't for y'all. And then in the video he said what did he say in the video? He goes, you'll catch up to it when you're supposed to. Yeah, you catch up to it when it's so he already knows what's up.
I felt that. I felt him on that. When he said that, I felt that. It was like, it ain't my fault, y'all late. And at the end of the day, most niggas be late to the party. So I fucked with him when he said that. So, like,
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Would you rather listen to this 100 times or New York drill rap 100 times?
This Drake all day. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want that bullshit. Get that shit away from me. I don't want to hear these niggas talking about shooting niggas up. No, thank you. Get the fuck out of my face all day. I honestly would listen to that over most of the rap that's dropping right now, to be honest with you. So, and maybe it's, my old nigga shit. I know I'm a fly old nigga, but like, I'm an old nigga at the end of the day. So that New York drill rap shit could go in the fucking ground 6 feet deep for all I care. I don't want to listen to that shit ever. So I'm taking Drake all day.
3 more years, them niggas gonna be doubling back on that shit.
Yeah,
that shit gonna be out of here. Like on speaking of Drake, that one of that intro we had, this shit gonna be here today, going tomorrow.
Going tomorrow. Only real music's gonna last.
Nigga, when I heard Mariah Carey mixed in with the drill beat, I was like, oh yeah, these niggas wildin'. And don't get me wrong, I fuck with some of that shit. Some of that shit is the perfect ignorance.
But you can't listen to it. But even if you fuck with it, it's not in your rotation though.
Yeah, and you can't. The fucked up part is you can't listen to 5 drill songs back to back because that shit sound the same. It's just the niggas yelling.
It all sound like the same record. So yeah, no, absolutely not.
Turn it off.
Yeah, like you can't chill out with a nice young lady to none of that type of bullshit. Like that's the type of shit where it's like 10 niggas to one small ass blunt in the room, and I'm like not about that life at all. So keep that over there. I'm cool.
So what you get an album out of one scale of 1 to 10?
Honestly, in all fairness, I would give it, from my perspective, a 7. I'm giving it a 7. Like, I think it's good music. It's not necessarily music I'm gonna listen to every day, all day, but I liked it. Like when I was grooving to it in the gym, like I was, I heard like little bars and shit. I could relate to like some of the shit he was saying, so I fucked with it. You know what I mean? Like it's not nothing I'm about to listen to all the time. Jimmy Cooks, that could be in my rotation every day though, because that's my shit. But I give it a 7 out of 10 because it's straight. So I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10.
See, I don't have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
So I gotta compare it to Drake, and the nigga don't miss. So this shit number 1 to dance right now and all that shit.
It is.
Listening wise,
yeah.
I listened to it probably 5-6 times, and every time I listen, it grew on me a little bit more. Now, am I finna play this shit when I wanna get in my zone? No. But if I'm having a drink, some a little wine and a little vibe, and nigga want to go to a little lounge, just something in this song, I ain't hating.
Yeah,
I ain't hating.
Yeah, no, for sure. And
it's definitely some shit out here at a lounge or somewhere, and tell them I don't want to hear that shit. Turn that shit up.
Nah, I fuck with the Drake shit. I fuck with Drake, and I fuck with him for just getting him and doing what he do, like more than anything, like that. That shit rings true. So Drake gets the thumbs up for me on this project. I fuck with you for putting that Jimmy Cooks joint on there. And,
yeah, without Jimmy Cooks, I think a lot of people would have even went in harder. But what I think Drake should have did, I don't even think he should have added the Jimmy Crooks song, because it don't go with the rest of the album. It don't go with the rest of the flow.
But it needed it. I needed, or at least I needed that at the end. It's funny, I saw a meme on Twitter. It was this picture of Chris Paul and it was like,
Oh yeah.
it said Chris Paul hits a three to stop the bleeding because the Suns are down by 42 or some shit like that. It was like 21 Savage at the Drake album. I was dying, yo.
Yeah. That
Oh my god.
shit. But nah, Drake did his thing on that album. The producers, to believe it or not, the production and the beats and shit on that shit carried that album.
It did.
That shit carried that
He definitely
shit.
had some good jokes. I like the joke with the Getting Late sample. That was, I fuck with that real heavy. Yeah, it was a good joint. I can't front. Like once the first time it was like this trash, but when we really said we was gonna do the review, I sat down and listened to the joint. I was in the gym. I just zoned out. I was like, this joint's not bad at all. So from start to finish, I didn't skip nothing that second time around. Like I said, maybe I'll listen to it again. I'm not super hyped to listen to it again, but
and then you got remember when Drake was like, I have to give people that like the singing enough to hold on to, and I have to give LeBron enough bars. Imagine being in that predicament where you gotta sing and you gotta rap. So that's why you can't get the Drake. Like if Drake rapped on the album, all the niggas that like him singing will be mad. If he sing, all the motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going off the hype. I fuck with the album. I'll play that shit if I feel like it. If somebody was fucking with me and they wanted to, bump that shit, I'll turn it on. I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in Miami on a rooftop fucking on a rooftop hotel party, that shit come on, I'm a vibe to it. Niggas is calling it elevator music.
I saw that. That's funny.
But one thing I will say, I remember when his last little vibe, what was the one you said was kind of similar to this, Passion Fruit?
Passion Fruit, yeah.
I remember he dropped Passion Fruit. I was in Miami, and I forgot what else had just came out. One of his albums some new shit had just dropped, and I remember watching about 20 chicks all night dance and sing to that shit all fucking night. So I know the same thing happening. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say shout out to Alameda real quick. Everybody go check the new joint out. They just dropped the joint real quick called Keep On Falling. That joint fire.
You said who?
Babyface and LMA. Babyface with his old fucking ass and LMA. They just dropped some. Joint was crazy.
Oh shit.
That was just a real quick plug.
Maybe we'll get y'all niggas Chris Brown review next week or something.
Yeah. Chris Brown just dropped a new album. Shout out to Chris Brown on that.
So overall, I fucks with the album.
Yeah.
Moody fucks with the album.
Absolutely.
Go listen to the album. Now, if you a nigga that's, that ain't never been nowhere, ain't never traveled nowhere, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't never been on an airplane, don't go listen to this shit.
Yeah.
If you ain't never
That's some real shit.
If you ain't never left the city,
shit.
If you ain't never been out of your state, don't go listen to this.
That's some real shit.
It's not for you.
That's some real shit.
It's not for you. If you don't have a passport, this is not for you. Now watch niggas take the passport part and hit me. Oh, nigga, I got a passport. I still don't like it.
No, you don't. Shut up. You ain't been nowhere. Shut your dumb ass up.
Niggas got passports just to post them motherfuckers on Instagram. No stamps.
No stamps in that motherfucker. No stamps whatsoever.
Yeah, but shit, nigga. What else? Let's close him out.
Yeah, that's it, man. You get ready for season 5.
It's coming. Just
keep your eyes peeled, especially in Times Square.
Hey, we're gonna close it out with this Jimmy Cooks. 21 Savage went crazy on here. I might have to start calling the nigga 22.
I'm 22.
Hey, this the Roll Reviews.
Season 5 coming soon, July. Keep your eyes open.
We out. Hey.
Let's get it.
Riding out all fucking day. We turn down for fucking nothing.